Hi, I'm Rhonda Rossman. I'm the director of the West Nyack Library, and I'm here today to check on the building while the building is closed. So you probably don't know me. I'm not one of the children's librarians. I'm the director. So my job is I don't get to do all the really fun things at the library, like story time or library programs or even just reading children's books. But your librarians and your library staff are home now, and they're still working, but they can't come to the library. So I'm going to do it for them, and I'm going to do a short story time here with your friend, Little Bear. Now, I know you know Little Bear because if you come to the West Nyack Library, you see Little Bear as soon as you walk up the steps. I brought him over to the table so that you can say hi to him because Little Bear is going to be a part of this story time. Little Bear is going to pick which story we're going to read. So, Little Bear, should we read The Teddy Bear Picnic? Or should we read Little Bear, which is your name? Maybe we should read Corduroy. There are so many books about bears at the West Nyack Library that it is really hard to pick a book. So what do you think, Little Bear? Which one should we read? This one. This is Bear Snores On, and it's by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. Now, even though you're not at the library and you can't check out books, always remember that you can go online to the West Nyack Library website, westnyacklibrary.com. You can go onto Overdrive and get ebooks and e-audiobooks. And you can go onto hoopladigital.com through the library with your library card. We have tons of materials for you that you can access from home. Let's read this book. Ready? In a cave in the woods, in his deep, dark lair, through the long, cold winter sleeps a giant brown bear. Can you see? He's sleeping. It's a big book. I don't want to hit you in the head. Huddled in a heap with his eyes shut tight, he sleeps through the day, he sleeps through the night. The cold wind howls and the night sounds growl, but the bear snores on. You see him sleeping? He's hibernating, right, for the winter? An itty bitty mouse, pitter-pat tiptoe, creep crawls into the cave from the fluff, cold snow. And Mouse squeaks, too damp, too dank, too dark. So he lights wee twigs with a small, hot spark. He's putting a little fire on so he could be warm. The coals pip-pop and the wind doesn't stop. But what about the bear? The bear snores on. Can you make a snoring sound? Go something like, can you do something like that? People snore in different ways. You can make any sound you like. But when we see the bear snoring, let's make sounds together, okay? Two glowing eyes sneak peek in the den. Mouse cries, who's there? And a hare hops in. A hare, in case you didn't know, is another word for a kind of rabbit. You see his bunny ears? Oh, Mouse says, hare, long time no see. So they pop white corn and they brew black tea. Popcorn, tea. Wonder what the bear is doing right now. Let's see. Mouse sips wee slurps. Hare burps big burps. But the bear snores on. Let's make the sound together. Right, little bear? A badger scuttles by, sniffs, snuffs at the air. I smell yummy yums, perhaps we can share. I've brought honey nuts, Badger says with a grin. Let's divvy them up, cozy down, and dig in. This is the badger. You see he's carrying his nuts? And now the three new friends are going to have a snack. And they nibble and they munch with a chew, chomp, crunch. Here we go. But the bear snores on. Ready? a gopher, and a mole tunnel up through the floor, and then a wren and a raven flutter in through the door. Mole mutters, "What a night! What a storm," twitters wren, and everybody clutters in the great bear's den. Quite a party going on in there. They tweet and they titter, they chat and they chitter, but the bear snores on. Here we go. In a cave in the woods, a slumbering bear sleeps through the party in his very own lair. Hare stokes the fire, mouse seasons stew. Then a small pepper fleck makes the bear achoo! He blows and he sneezes and the whole crowd freezes. And the bear wakes up. And bear gnaws and he snarls. Bear roars and he rumbles. Bear jumps and he stomps. Bear growls and he grumbles. They woke him up. I wonder if he's going to be happy about this. You snuck in my lair and you've all had fun, but me, I was sleeping and I have had none. And then he whimpers and he moans and he wails and he groans. And the bear flub is on. He's sad. Mouse squeaks, "Don't you fret, don't fuss. Look, see, we can pop more corn, we can brew more tea." Bear gulps, bear gobbles. He sighs with delight and he spins tall tales through the blustery night. When the sun peeks up on a crisp, clear dawn, bear can't sleep, but his friends snore on. I think we all feel a little bit like the bear right now because we're stuck inside. And I wanted to show you that the library is empty. And the books are still here. And the DVDs are still here. And the toys are still here. And they're just waiting here for you for when it is safe to open the building and come back. So I brought some friends of Little Bear here to join us. I have this tiny little bear with a scarf. And I have this bigger bear with a little red bow. And I thought it might be fun to think about this story while we draw a picture of a bear. I'll leave this one here so you can see him. Do you like to draw? After I read a good book, I like to draw about the characters I've seen. So I'm going to draw a bear. Do you want to draw with me? If you have crayons, paper, magic markers, pencils, pens, whatever you have, anything will do and any paper will do. Since I'm in the library and you know our librarians always have lots of materials ready for you, I have a big box of crayons. I have some glue. I have some tape, scissors. I found this yarn. And my favorite part, I found some pom-poms. I'm gonna use all of them in my picture. And I thought what would be nice is if we all draw pictures of Little Bear or Little Bear's friends or the bear in the picture or any bear that you know from any of the books you're reading, you can mail them to the library and I will put them in the window for you. So if you drive by, you can see your own picture. What do you think? Okay, so I'm going to get a nice big crayon to start my drawing. I'm just going to draw the top of his head like that. I'm going to put on 2 ears. And bears, the ears are kind of on top, just like that. And I will tell you, I'm not a very good artist. I love reading books, very good at reading books, but I'm not a terrific artist. And I don't care because I have fun. I don't think it really matters how good you are at something as long as you're enjoying it. And there's the bottom of his head. This one looks more like this bear than this bear because this bear has kind of a big round head, but anything you do is fine. I'm gonna have a neck. because I'm going to want to put a bow tie on. And then I'm going to give some shoulders and some paws and a big belly. I've got most of my bear already done. I was thinking that instead of eyes, I could use these 2 green pom-poms. What do you think? I'm going to use my glue stick and stick some glue on where the eyes should be. And remember, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of your picture. I'm going to give my bear green eyes, even though most bears don't have green eyes, just because I want to. It's cute, right? Well, I think it's cute. I'm going to give him this black pom-pom for his nose. I'm going to put it right down here on the bottom of his face. And I'll show you what that looks like. I wish I could see your pictures, but I do hope you mail them to us. There we go. And then I think I'm going to give him a little scarf like this guy has. So I'll use my wool. Let's see. I have a pair of scissors. I'm going to cut that, crumple it up, just like that. I'm going to glue it just around his neck so it kind of falls over. I'm betting you could do this better than I can. There we go. Just because I like the color, I'm just going to use some crazy colors for his belly. I'm going to use orange. And then I think I will use some green for his arms, as if he's wearing a sweater. And I'm going to imagine it's a beautiful day outside, and I'll use some blue to make some pretty clouds in the background. What do you think? Can you see my clouds? It's kind of not that. The crayons don't do well on the computer, I don't think. But I do have blue, and I do have green, and I do have orange. And then, most important of all, I'm going to write my name on it because I love my pictures and I'm super proud of them. And my name is Rhonda. And I'm done. So if you want to mail your picture to us, address them to Little Bear at the West Nyack Free Library. And you can look up the address, but just in case, it's 65 Strawtown Road, West Nyack, New York, 10994. Now, I come to the library, even though it's closed, about once every week or so, just to make sure that everything is safe and fine, and the lights are working, and the plumbing is working, and the books are clean and good, and everything is still working for you when you come back. And when I do visit the library, that once a week or once every 2 weeks, I do stop at the post office, and I do pick up our mail. And thank you to the post office for doing all the work you're doing right now. So many people still working, helping us out. So when I come back in a week or two, I will stop at the post office, and I might see a picture from you, and I will put it in the mail, in the window, so that you can see it from the parking lot. And I hope you enjoyed this story time. Take care.